Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Tennessee Titans. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
And what a sophomore season he had for the Cardinals. Pretty much swept every major quarterback award, including the Heisman Trophy. And we spend a lot of time talking about his legs. Formidable. He can run the ball like few others. But the key to everything for him is the ability to be accurate from the pocket.
Jackson on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 75 yards.
Playing my playoff game.
Taking a first quarter lead.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff.
Start off good, man. First play, touchdown.
Who would set the tone? Well, they just set the tone right there.
That's always a good way to start.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And now running right through it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback out of North Carolina State. It's Phillip Rivers.
One way you become the all-time leading passer for your team is pure talent, and Phillip Rivers has plenty of that. But there's also dedication to your craft and the willingness to get better all the time. Phillip Rivers has a van set up with a driver so that when he goes to and from practice, he's able to watch tape and find ways to improve his mechanics each and every day.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Rivers now on 2nd down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Malik Jackson forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
3rd and long for Rivers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They come in as the 3 seed, and this will very likely the last home game of the season for them, even if they win this one. But While they wanted one of those top 2 spots, they're still in a pretty good position.
They are, and let's face it, any team that gets into the playoffs, as far as I'm concerned, they're in a good position because they're doing what the rest of the league wants. A lot of people are sitting at home watching them, but you made a good point. Everyone is vying for one of the top 2 spots. You get an opening, you get a week off, don't have to play that opening week, and then you get a chance to collect yourself and see how everything else falls. But all in all, number 3 spot, they'll take it and run with it.
Yeah, maybe they get a win here and get some momentum. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully.
You already know what happened.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now the 4th-year man from Texas A&M, Piston Michael. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's Rivers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Gun! 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 Hey, we got 4 down.
And they'll run it here. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a handoff looking right, and he will lose yardage here at the 31-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, a 22.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now a give, it's Michael. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a handoff. It's Christian Michael. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 2nd down, Jackson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away to his left. And some room to maneuver. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Titans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Jackson. It's caught. Nelson. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that
Right, now,
each and every
56,
time, won't you?
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And the connection made to Terrell Pryor. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson.
Oh.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They struggle to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And now here come the Raiders. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not in the team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
That would give Michael running left. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guy trying to block him, and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Yeah, I
Would you say
saw
this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
I can't stand either of them, so it don't matter to me.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dayon Buchanan coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on
I don't like Rondo
It almost looked like the O-line was
because
run blocking again. I mean, they opened up
he has a reputation for being an asshole, so I mean, it's not a secret. I mean, you like him if he's on your team, but if he's not on your team, you don't really like him. I know the referees don't like him.
Here's Scott, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Yeah, Rondo thinks he's hot shit because he won a Super Bowl or you know, motherfucking championship with the Celtics. The Titans offense now,
they get set to head back out here.
That's why he thinks he's hot shit, because he thinks he won. You know, I was the leader. He thinks he was the leader of that team. Like, he really does. Like, in his brain, he thinks he was. I was the point guard on the. Yeah. Well, he was. He played great, but still, it's like. Yeah. 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 Like, he's the reason they won.
And we know that's not true. Okay.
It wasn't, you know, the other guys.
Not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Here's Jackson to throw. Hauling it in, Nelson.
Yeah, it's really silly.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Fights loose. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
I mean, basketball at this point, there is no loyalty, so you just go wherever is going to pay you the most.
He just does what he does.
It's understood.
It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues.
Like, no one should be butthurt at this point. Like, everybody pretty much knows, like, hey, bro.
First down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Now let's go. 3-19.
To throw on 2nd down. Jackson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Just,
yeah, we saw
rigged.
product of the elements right
like,
there.
Just scripted, like wrestling and shit. Just get to the playoffs and then we'll write the script. Like, oh, we want these teams to play these teams. Make sure get about 4 or 5, 6 games in each series. All the marketing revenue and all that shit, all the little TV advertisements. It's all so much money involved, so much gambling, and all that shit.
And open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Too much money at stake for it not to be somewhat controlled. I think they can make the point spread so close and be so accurate most of the time. Because they already know. They already have a good idea of what's going to happen.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. on third down. Rivers, and that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
For what? It would cost you thousands of dollars.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yeah, it would cost a lot. A lot more than just buying a plane ticket or something, or even just renting a car.
Now Jackson on 1st down.
Come on.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
I haven't driven Uber in a while, man. I don't know.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Jackson now to throw on 3rd down.
God damn it, dude, you're supposed to come back. Man.
Off at the 49.
This game is just like, I swear to God, this is not one of the best Maddens. I can tell you that much.
The rookie picked off the rookie.
There's been better ones.
What? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs
I like
were
it.
roaming the earth,
It's just,
and you heard about a guy
like, come on, bro. Like, he doesn't even run the route he's supposed to run. And this guy's a 99, or, you know, like, he's not a bad receiver. He's supposed to be able to run a route. He doesn't even run it. And the ball just literally just goes right to the other player. Like, I don't get it. Like, why is... I don't get it, bro. It's like this game is like, it's so real, but then at times there's like, it's so like 1992 and shit. Like, what the fuck? The other team is sitting there waiting for the ball while my receiver is literally like standing over by the sideline. Doesn't make any sense, bro.
What they really said, competitiveness. That's what they
now
really
the whole momentum's changed, and now they're gonna fucking score probably.
And decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It gets it over the middle to Khan. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Terrible, dude.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now Rivers. And
nice pick, wow.
Intercepted. Picked off by the former 1st-round pick, Demarius Randall.
That's a crazy
pick. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Yeah.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. Able to slither by. He finds an opening past the 40.
What? Who's holding?
Man,
that's some motherfucking bullshit, man.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Fucking bullshit, man.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
It's terrible.
To throw is Jackson. Looking to throw on
second
down.
Man, this game is just fucking terrible, dude. Come on, man. Like, they made the defenders more fucking, like, the defenders catch the ball better than the than the receivers. How is that fucking possible, bro? They don't drop shit, bro. They intercept everything you throw. Everything I throw. Doesn't matter. Like, it's really ridiculous at this point.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is Cobb with a catch right side.
It just doesn't make any
Raiders
sense,
going to use
dude.
one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Offense.
Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz
they
that
do.
time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Oh, yeah, they're probably going to get a field goal at least, I'd imagine.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. To the right side, it's Kelsey.
Let him go.
And here he'll get it down to
no.
the 7. And with just 1
Like,
second
let him go for a
remaining in the
minute.
first
Shit.
half, they'll
Let
call
him
the
get to, like, the
timeout.
1. Just tackle him. Oh, looks like I'm giving up a field goal. Oh, man, who knows? Maybe
So
I'll
with
block
1
it.
second
Because,
left
you
in
know,
the
there's
half,
18
on
blocks
is
in
the
this
field
shit.
goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Carlson is good. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you have one big...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Cameron Wake. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Throwing, Rivers. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Ooh.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return, and it'll be Titan football.
Yeah, I missed.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional.
Yeah.
They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now Jackson to throw on second down. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Titans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Jackson operating from the gun.
Nice. I can't believe he caught it.
Getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Oh, damn it. No. Fuck.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout.
I hate when I do that.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining.
Can't believe he caught it.
One here in this third quarter.
Then I fucked up and hit this stupid ass square bullshit, man. Like, god damn.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now they'll run it on the
top. Come on, 82. Block somebody.
Being knocked back to the 18. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
You need to like one block.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no stand there. Like, what are you doing?
Quickly
you didn't even try to block anybody.
The Titans on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go.
Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And Nelson's got it here right side. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A gain of 6 there on first.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we get towards the latter part of that,
If I threw that shit, that would have been a pick.
Batting gloves to begin with not
Come
much
on.
of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none.
That's terrible.
I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear into diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th.
He's just standing there.
Conversion here on 3rd down.
Right to him.
Throwing Rivers. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Nice play.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play
Asparagus.
if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space
I heard a
doesn't
lady say
open
that
up.
shit one
They
time.
were
I was
able
like,
to
oh
read
my
that
God.
one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Asparagus.
So
Oh, hell yeah. I had a hard time not
They're
laughing.
going to start this drive in great field
Because that
position
bitch was
as
dead
they take
serious.
over 1st and 10. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. Last time they got 30 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly
so
right.
it's so hard not to laugh when someone really says that shit.
But you also have to remember they did put
Like, they're
points
not
on
even
the board.
joking. Like, they're really saying that shit.
You take points when you can get
Asparagus.
them.
Like, they
Not
read that
easily done.
shit. They're like, Asparagus.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
Oh, my
He's gonna
God.
be hit and taken down.
Oh.
Back right around the 48-yard line.
Like, I
Well,
know
so
you've
much for
heard. I
setting
know
the
you've
tone
heard
of the
it
drive
pronounced
offensively.
right. Like, I know you've
Giving
heard.
up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not
Everyone's
a great
heard it.
start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Man, we
From
love
the
me some
gun,
Asparagus.
Jackson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The veteran safety, Antoine Bethea, there on the defensive
Asparagus.
coverage. And Charles got to like what this
Like when I hear
defense has been
motherfuckers
able to
say
do these last
quesadilla.
couple of plays.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah, they
man.
get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass.
Quesadilla.
Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold
Quesadilla.
up.
Quesadilla.
Here we go now.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Picked off
Look
by
at these
Tremaine
interceptions,
Johnson.
dude.
And they have the football and will
like,
set up shop at the 33-yard
Swear to
line.
God, dude.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're
And
going
I'm
to look
hitting
to on 3rd
triangle
and
with
long,
like a
but you can
99.
bet this defense
The
knows
best
that as
tight
well,
end.
so they've
The
got
best
him
tight end you
blanketed
can draft,
downfield.
dude.
And this ball
fucking-
winds up being intercepted.
Yeah, they just pick it right in front of him. Some like 82 guy. Like, it's just terrible.
And now Oakland ready to take the field.
Yeah, it's not even a
And
drop
down on
ball.
the
They just pick
scoreboard,
it.
certainly
and steal
needing
it
to
from
avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Yeah,
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd down now, Scott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Rivers got a man over the middle, and it's
come on, man. What are you doing? Oh, man.
Touchdown, Oakland.
Jesus.
A big play there.
I swear, man.
61 yards. And the Raiders are back within a score. So on 3rd and medium, they dialed up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Never get a
And a
fucking
nice
plane to
return
run
sets him
through
up pretty
either.
good here at the
Terrible.
30-yard line.
Pretty bad.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Madden shit, though. They do this shit every time.
To throw on 3rd down.
Look at that shit, bro. Like, come on, man.
The Raiders have got him. Khalil Mack coming in to drop him for a loss of 8.
This dude ain't got to be all game. All of a sudden, he just runs right over
the amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They go play action here on 1st down. Caught by Cobb. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
How are they beating my guys?
A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker.
Look at their little guy just running all over
down
my
at that
team.
sheet, you find people plays.
This is just like, they're going to, I mean, you have to play like perfect to beat the fucking
very hotly contested game to this point, just a field
apparently.
goal
At least
separating
I
these
do.
two teams.
I don't know. My team.
As we get set for the 4th quarter.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I mean, they don't really. I don't know.
They go again with Scott.
Like, look at that, bro. I can't
they'll be inside the 25.
I got a 99 player. I can't even get past their 85 alignment.
It gets him a new set of downs.
Like, okay, what's the
This
point of
stage of
making
the game,
99?
the run pass
They
numbers
might
are a little
as
bit
well
out of whack because most of
be
their yardage just
92s.
comes through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for
Can't
big
even get
runs
through
like
the
that because the
bullshit
defense
line.
might be a
They
little
don't
bit
even
off
have
balance. They pick up another first
They don't
down
have a
with that
99
run.
alignment, so I don't understand why.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
They got a 30-fucking-mile-an-hour wind behind them, so they can
There's
kick
a
a
little bit
60-yard
of
field
defense
goal.
right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
And they need to work to
They
at
get
least
to
get
ask for
some of
August,
this
man.
yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw, Rivers. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 3rd down, that's Scott. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. When you talk to these guys in training camp, these are the moments they say they live for. You're in a playoff game. It's tied 4th quarter. Time for somebody to step up.
And can you execute under pressure? Because the pressure is intense right now. No one wants to be responsible for making the error that costs their team. But at the same time, who's going to be responsible for making the play that gives the advantage to your team? Who's going to break out? Just what you said. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Pryor has it complete. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense. Because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who's sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On second down, Jackson. Caught by Nelson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Block somebody,
That's going to go as a loss of a
this
yard.
guy,
And
Jernigan?
it'll be second
You can't
down.
block that guy?
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there.
Fuck is he?
You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now Jackson on second down. Buying time to his left. Oh, no.
What?
The
Oh, you must see? Look at this shit, man. This game is gay. This game is a motherfucking joke.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Are you kidding me?
Now Scott.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Whoever Scott is.
Right on the midfield logo. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Fumbles, man. Yeah. Yeah, it happens.
Rivers now from the 50. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brothers down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes
on the 3-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there.
Look at this
Despite
shit, man.
the fact
Can't
that
even
a
get a
tough
block,
first half,
bro.
he was locked in, right? And rocking and rolling.
I mean,
they came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble. They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Time for a break. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Of course, man. The linebackers.
This defense so strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield.
They ain't going to fumble, though.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
No.
And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. And now Oakland ready to take the field.
Phillip Rivers,
they were forced to punt
sacked
last
several
time,
times
and I doubt
today.
sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot.
Why aren't you tackling him? Come on,
so
man.
a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
They're going to give him a
5
field goal,
yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I know how they do it.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll keep it on the ground. Scott, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
If you get this, the game's pretty much over. Pretty much.
They'll run it here with Michael. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Carlson is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And this is a spot where you can learn a lot about a young quarterback.
And that's why they brought him into the organization. Because you don't just bring them in strictly for their talents. You think that they have that something special in them that will allow them to function in these types of situations. Now it's time for them to be clinical and not emotional. You know your play sequence. You know what has to get done. Get the ball to the right people, get out of bounds, and get it downfield and try and score.
And he's trying to earn his stripes here for a winning drive. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gone! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll look to throw. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him a gain of 37. back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. He'll look to throw.
Come on.
His throw is going to be incomplete.
God dang.
Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
It's caught. Nelson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
All right, now, look at 56.
He's back to throw.
Oh, my God, dude. No, you can't do that.
Taken down.
Fucking cocksucking bitch, man. Hurry up, man. What is this shit? I don't want to watch that.
And you hate
Oh
to say
my
it,
God,
for the rookie
bro.
quarterback. He's done some good things, but
Oh my
overall,
God, bro.
a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't
Oh
he?
my
certainly
God,
has.
dude.
But in his
What the
defense,
fuck?
He hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that?
Fuck,
In his
man.
defense.
In his
I
defense,
fucking swear.
He needs better protection, that's for sure.
Oh, there you go.
A
Wow,
crusher
fucking
there
mad.
as it's intercepted.
What a bullshit.
Picked off at the 25.
so
And
done with
that's
that
how
game.
this one ends in dramatic fashion
shit.
in
So
overtime
bad,
with
so
an
done.
interception.
What a gay-ass football game. Stupid. Stupidest game fucking ever, dog. Stupid. I don't give a fuck who got little points. Who gives a fuck about these stupid-ass points? I don't want no fucking stupid-ass shit. Dumb-ass shit.